Hello, hello, my beautiful fellow Pisces, my mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea. This is our general tarot and oracle forecast for the week of April the 20th to the 26th. Let's see what we have here for our download message. We have new beginning. Well, there's a big surprise. We're always trying something new, aren't we, Pisces? That there's a new beginning coming in, a new phase, something different that we maybe want to be doing. Let's see what we have for our tarot messages. What do we need to see, know, and expect as, again, we navigate through another week, coming into the last week of this month. Amazing. All right, let's see what we have. Coming in with our first card, we've been given the Chariot, followed by the Five of Wands and the Nine of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Moon, which is us, big surprise. Then we have the Six of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the King of Swords. Coming in next, we have the Nine of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Hangman. At the end of the week, we've got Justice, Nine of Swords, and the Death card. Okay. All right, new beginning, something new, something fresh, rebirth, new beginning, transformation, something we're wanting to do new. Coming in with that, we have the outside forces for our life and career card. So it says unknown figures are driving the situation. You may not be able to control the outcome. So this cycle will shift soon and you'll be okay. So like the phases of the moon, which it's showing here, my fellow Pisces, we can't get up in our head and start presuming and assuming the worst in a situation. Things might be a little bit rough this week. Things might not be as smooth perhaps, but in the real world that wouldn't be possible, right? But we do live in the real world. So there could be we feel that there's unknown forces that are working against it. The alignment of the planet, the sun, the moon, everything comes into consideration if you're into astrology, to follow that as well. So check out your chart for your astrology chart. I don't do astrology, but there are others out there that do a fine job. You can find that out. Coming in with that card, you've got Nine of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Chariot. So, the Five of Wands has been coming up a lot this week for others as well. So this is a time where, like the world, we're getting caught up in some sort of drama. And the easiest thing to do is not hide our head in the sand, but, limit the amount of outside forces, outside videos, themes, whatever you're watching in the media, limit it. Take it with a grain of salt. Yes, there's the truth, and then there's, things that are a little bit, elaborated. Don't get caught up in that kind of competition of wanting to be out there and get involved in stuff like that. The Five of Wands says you could be feeling backed up against the wall. Don't come out fighting with your gloves. Take the gloves off. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Coming in with that, you have the Nine of Cups, which is wonderful news, wishes fulfilled. Your hard work and efforts will start to show some promise and some return and some rewards. So enjoy them while you can. The Chariot says you worked hard, you planned your moves, and you come out unscathed, but also more than unscathed, a champion. This card is overcoming great obstacles. That's the meaning of it. And by planning it, being prepared, when you went into that arena, you come out unscathed and actually a champion. This is beautiful. Coming in with your focus part of the reading, which is your career and money, you've got the Pendulum. Fluctuating income, indecision, new strategy, and your career could be seasonal work, job change, and making choices. So we know that, like this, our income can fluctuate. You get your pay, it looks really good, and then by the end of the month, things are kind of low. And that's normal for a lot of us. But you're going through something here where you want to strategize and change that. Some of you could be working with seasonal work, and that means there will be peak seasons and low times. So that's when you have to knuckle down and really work all that much harder to maintain your job. You could be going through a job change. Okay, we said new beginning, right? We said that maybe you might be trying this as a new cycle. You're making new choices. You're trying to improve things. Pisces, you're always starting something new and planning something new, and all of it rotates around your success and your income. The Six of Wands, the Moon, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Moon is that card of really needing to go in the background and research. Remember, trust your gut instincts, your intuition, and know that you usually have everything in your database you need to move forward, but sometimes there's a little bit extra you need to find out. So don't be afraid to do some research and go in the background and find the answers that you need. Soon you'll be able to take that breath of fresh air once you receive that. The Ace of Pentacles comes in, a great card. New beginning. Yes, aces are the beginnings of all things. It often refers to as an offer or a windfall of resources coming our way and getting things off to a fantastic start. It might be a good time for some of us to launch and change careers and take a new venture and even go into business for ourselves and be open to new acquaintances or even old friends who can introduce us to helpful people and provide us insight regarding how we can get things done, wanting to set us up with the right people in the right place at the right time. Resources that are, your card may refer to resources that are not limited to money, but can also be gifts of time. As I say, time, effort, support, love, and sometimes it has to do with money. But, this could be a business document that some of you are going to be signing or a contract. It also refers to all over well-being and good health. This is a card of good luck and hope for the future and feeling blessed. And here you are, take a bow. This is a card, victory after hard work and struggle, the Six of Wands. You've accomplished something. You pulled it off. You may be receiving an award or a raise or a promotion, anything like that. But you could also be receiving public recognition, having your name in lights, in the media, things like that. People are going to be commending you and giving you that attaboy, attagirl pat on the back for accomplishing something. In the center position, Pisces, with your help hurdle or your challenge, you've got the card Influencer, and it does come with that beautiful galaxy jar, and that's our talents, gifts, and areas of unrealized potential we can tap into. It says you have just the right combination of qualities to connect with an audience, inspire change, and create a positive impact. So Pisces, you have the gift now to go out there and teach, preach, and convey information of wisdom to other people. Don't be afraid to do that. Maybe you're going to be going out and becoming an influencer for something. Maybe you're going out on YouTube, or you're going out on a platform, or maybe you're blogging and you're going to be doing doing podcasts, anything like that. Know that you have the gift to do that. Don't be afraid to go out there and help other people connect with you, because you have that ability to give them a positive impact. Some of you may be attracting more clients, more customers like that. The King of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. King of Swords says there could be somebody stepping forward to give you wise counsel, somebody who has a high standing and educated standing in society. Could be a legal eagle like a lawyer, it could be a professor, it could be a doctor, it could be, somebody in the military or police or anything like that. Somebody who has authority that can come in and guide you with some information. Standing in your truth, knowing that the information they give you is tangible and has integrity and truth to it. The Seven of Wands, yes, standing up for yourself, defending your corner, not backing down, and realizing that, guess what? N-O is a full sentence. Oh, well, they can be mad till they're glad, I say. It's up to you, Pisces, to step up to the plate and not be afraid to say no. Don't allow yourself to be coerced or pushed into something you're not prepared to do just to be on the good side. Pisces, this is a card of standing up for yourself, defending your corner, and knowing that you're right. The Seven of Cups is a card of feeling a little bit overwhelmed because there's so many choices and decisions you have to make at this time. It never rains, but it pours, right? This is a card that says be mindful. Think carefully about these decisions and choices you make. What's going to bring you longevity, last the test of time, and bring you the greatest benefits? If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. And everything that glitters, my beautiful fellow Pisces, is not gold. Coming in with messages from Spirit and our guides, we've got the card Quarrels, Strife, and Conflict. It's going to be one of those weeks, I can see. Okay, so someone is spoiling for a fight. They want to make us their sparring partner. It's time to lay low if we want to avoid an argument. This is the card of conflict and trouble. We need to find another way and work towards diffusing the situation, or we will have a battle on our hands. So let's always choose peace, okay? There has to be a way of communicating without having to have an argument, okay? Try to avoid the drama at all costs. Now, the Hangman. the Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Again, we talked about the Seven of Wands defending yourself and standing up for yourself. Well, the Nine of Wands says don't roll over and give up. You have created something that you do not need to back down on. Don't walk away, don't roll over, and don't let anybody try to talk you into doing that. You've worked hard for where you are, my fellow Pisces, and you deserve to stand up and keep going forward. You're getting prepared. This is a card of successfully recovering from something, and sometimes it's recovering from illness. You have physical and emotional strength right now. Stay persistent. Stand in your strength. You've created many wonderful and amazing things, and there are relationships that that you treasure and accomplishments that you're proud of. So stand your ground, okay? This is a card that that says you could be working towards a cause. Maybe you're working towards some mission, a cause for charity, a nonprofit, getting involved in a cause of some sort, standing there and defending. The Hangman says you could be subjected to a quiet time, a temporary pause of action, hanging in limbo, waiting for something to happen. But remember, this is a temporary card of pause. You're not having to stay here for too long. Once you receive what you need to get in information to move forward, you'll hit the ground running. This is a card of, making sure you look at everything from a wider, broader perspective. When you have time on your hands, you have time to look at the whole picture, not just jump to conclusions. The Ten of Wands says, oof, you got to the top, you climbed the summit, but boy, it was tiring. You pushed yourself. You became the beast of burden. You took on all that work on yourself. Pisces, come on, you don't have to do that. This is a card that says things are going to get easier because you're not going to be the beast of burden anymore. You are making life a little bit easier for yourself. Okay, coming in next, you have the Angel card number 0808. 16, 6 and 1 is a 7. Okay, swift action, wealth, empathy, commitment, affection, inner strength, promises, and positive outcomes. You're entering a phase of expansion, Pisces. So take immediate action toward your ultimate goals. Financial improvement is on the horizon. And, by the way, someone has their eyes on you. Stay focused because the universe is aligning in your favor. Wow. Good luck is coming in. This is about something that's going to happen quickly. It could be a relationship, or it could be you're accomplishing things with your career. The Death card comes in, the Nine of Swords, and the Justice. Wow. Nine of Swords, yeah, okay. Losing sleep, letting your head race when you go to bed, thinking negative thoughts, not being able to get your rest. Pisces, don't allow that to happen. Move forward, let go of it, stay positive, okay? You can't afford to be sick because that's what lack of sleep can bring on. So try to be more positive. Let those negative thoughts go. What we think, we attract, we become. Justice is going to be waved in our favor, so things are going to work out. Fair and just decisions and choices are going to be made, and we will be able to hold our head up and move forward. So justice, if you're dealing with a legal situation, know that it will be a fair and equitable decision, and you'll be able to walk away satisfied. The Death is rebirth. Again, new beginning, transformation, looking at our future with a promising new beginning. Is it a project? Is it a new job? Your career, relationship, travel, whatever the case is, Pisces, you've got some new beginning happening for you, and you have every reason to embrace it and feel good about it. Well, my beautiful fellow Pisces, this is our reading, as it is general, for this week. And I wish you a great remainder to today, and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful week. Always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you, and I'll see you soon, my beautiful fellow Pisces.